Good evening, all. How you doing? Hope you guys are okay. Cool, blimey. I literally woke up today to have a rest. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Oh dear. Oh, blimey. I think I'm okay. Just getting everything sorted out. I think I've just got to get the Facebook page done. So the socials should be up and running in a second. And then we're ready to go. So how was your weekend? Let's put that up there. I need to put the phone somewhere for 5 minutes. I'm not very well sorted out here. Right. Oh, boom, boom, boom. Yeah, Droopy, what's set? Do you need all tractor and trained out? Bless his little cotton socks. He's on a little real life tractor. It's the Facebook page I've got to sort out, isn't it? Yeah, there you go. Control V. And yep, next. Share to a group. I want to share it to Train Sim World community. And that's it. Boom. That'll automatically post to that one. Booyah. And folks, if you want special badges, special emojis, all kind of special emojis, members only video, members only live streams, and members first videos, then you know I'm going to do it. Hit up the old memberships. Bradley's got a new badge, look. Wow. That's pretty cool. Right, so who have we got in? So here, Bradley, good evening. Did we had some other guy in as well. So good evening to him, because I can't see it on my screen for some strange reason. I don't know why it's done that. Is it in my OnlyFans? Robbery Equalizer, welcome to the stream, if you're still here. Bradley, Nick B, good evening. Great Western Photography, good evening. Another member, good, thank you. Nuclear Cheesecake, good evening. Adam, good evening. Nightbot, about fucking time, where have you been? Great Western Photography. I think Carl should be in a bit. Samuel, good evening. Who have I missed? 2 months of membership, yes, thank you. You will always get thank yous from me for being members. Yes, so it is a route lucky dip tonight. I don't know how many routes we will be doing. What day is it? It's Sunday the 7th of September. Kanan, good evening. Welcome to the stream. How are you? September 7th. And it's the 25th year of the millennium. New millennium. Good evening, Carl. How are you, sir? And it's Route Lucky Dip on a Sunday. Route Lucky Dip. So I haven't had time to actually write all this in my little book. I'm going to put it down for 5 routes. Does anyone want me to finish that save game on the West Coast Mainline South that I spadded on Thursday, I think it was? If not, we shall carry on. I'll tell you what, we shall. Yes, we'll do it. We'll do it a bit later on, Kanan. Okay. Oh, wait, Western Photography says no. Well, we'll see how it goes. Right, someone type stop in the chat though first. Yeah, busy weekend. Literally, I was up at 4:45 yesterday. Oh, Great Photography says stop. What have we got? Oh, yellow one. Oh, we haven't had one of these for a while. Any ideas what it is? I'm a little bit worried about this. Let me just write it in. Why are you saying stop? Because I'm getting them. I'm basically putting my hand in my bag of roots, and I'm basically shuffling the little bits of what do they call those things? Little bits of paper with the post-it notes with the route names on them. When I get them, when they say stop in the chat, basically I pull one out, and I pulled one out. And I've not, we haven't had it for a while. It's jumped straight in 0 to 30. So there isn't a rivet French route, not yet. Oops. No, I don't know. I wouldn't know. So yeah, basically 0 to 30. So you're thinking, huh? What's he going on about? So basically, I'll go in to the trains, and you got quick play, jump straight in, yeah? And it gives you 0 to 30 minutes, do something short, or 30 plus minutes, do something more. Hi, not random username. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. So it's a 0 to 30, and it will give me anything, any route, whether it will be a journey, could be a scenario, could be a timetable. You're good. Good to hear. Good to hear. Welcome to the stream. So here we go. I have no idea what it is. Well, it's found something. It's loading it in. This is going to be very interesting because I have to pause it straight away. Or it might come in and actually do it. Ooh, some of my lights are coming on the balcony. Hentis Rail, did you get that emergency? Yeah. Just like it. Oh, my God. Right, so it's a scenario. And I'm trying to figure out, is it? What route is it? That's Vorarlberg, isn't it? No, it's... Oh, I can't remember what it is. It is Vorarlberg. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. So it's Vorarlberg. I hate this one. SBahn Vorarlberg. Right. Okay. So it's a scenario. That's cool. Right. I'm just gonna open my window. There we go. I've got the Formula 1 highlights recording. No spoilers. So this is what happens when you do Route Lucky Dip. Right. Good afternoon. This special service is part of the film festival in Bloodends. As you drive along, the guests on board will be provided a special 4D experience. Scenes from the film also happening out their windows. I haven't for the last year, but I can do now when I get everything sorted for Steam. But I won't be live streaming. I will be I can record content, but we'll see. Yeah, it's a Vorarlberg one, isn't it? Yeah. Apply power and get moving. It'll put me main lights on. Fresh Dance is next. Your level crossing barriers are nearly finished. Oh, awesome. Well, let me just get that to catch up. There we go. It's now caught up. It's now showing me in 1080p. Thank you. Boom. It's giving you a right stinker. Go on, Bradley. Which one have you got? Submarine barn. Oh, that's not too bad. Yeah, so yesterday I went to... I can't remember what it's called, but it is at Ruddington. I should know what it's called, it's really bad of me. It's the Nottingham Heritage Transport Place at Ruddington. It's the northern end of the Great Central Railway of when it gets unified. And we met a guy there called Tom, and he was in charge of the reunification project of the Great Central Railway. So basically getting both the railways, joining them up together. If you go to gcr.co.uk, I think it is, /unify, then you can read all about what they want to do. And they've received planning permission saying that they can do what they want to do in June this year. So they've received planning permission for it. So now they've just got to continue raising the money to do it. And they seem to be doing really, really well. So, yeah, go have a look at the website at some point. I'll put the link as well in the... No, there's a 500-metre gap, Bradley. And they have to raise... Oh, just a heads up, we set up a diorama at the next station with a scene from the movie. So we're going to get to use slow down while passing it to give customers the full experience. Oh, okay. Drive past next station at 25 miles an hour. Oh, we've got time. Yeah, they've got to build up an embankment, and then they've got to build a concrete bridge across where this gap is. That's over about 500 metres. It's going to be a single line bridge. Yeah. Hi, Jail Train Sim. How you doing? You got Oreos again. Nice. So yeah, that's the idea. So then they'll basically have an 18-mile section of preserved railway line running from the outskirts of Loughborough in Leicestershire all the way to Nottingham in Nottinghamshire. Scenic, it is quite a lovely line actually. Oh, JL Train Sim, thank you very much for signing up to be a member. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Absolutely awesome. Thank you. It's just come up in green on my screen. So yeah, really, really appreciate it. And that's really weird because next Sunday and the Sunday afterwards will be I've got to start slow down. Hold on a second. It gets me all the time. Still got to slow down a bit though. 40. Yeah, so next Sunday and the Sunday after will be members only live streams on Sunday. So yeah, no, big thank you and really appreciate it. Imagine I get a super chat of £200. It would be quite awesome, to be honest. And it would be greatly appreciated. I think the max you can do is 500. But yeah, no, everything is really, really appreciated. So it's supposed to be rail freight construction, I believe, Bradley, if I remember rightly. But the actual white bit looks a bit... the actual right bit should be grey. So rail freight construction, which is the grey bit, and the blue with the Hentis and the rail is the yellow. Oh, freaking hell! What? It's to do with the scenario. I hope the elephant don't raise his trunk up and gets electrocuted. Yeah, the music is quite cool, to be honest, and it's all that Ben composed all this music. This is SBahn Vorarlberg, yes. Yeah, it's on the Scottish scenario as well. Extreme braking experience. What? Prepare to speed up. Are you joking or what? You have to fast from 10 PM for a blood test in the morning. Oh, I get them. What a pain that is going to be. You're a bloke who needs his breakfast in the morning just to function as a human, so zombie mode will till lunch. Awesome. Oh, sorry, but the music is irritating because it blocks the sound from the safety systems. Yes. Good evening there, Lady Fury. How are you? Welcome to the stream. I hope you are well. You speed up to hit... Oh, then hit the yellow button. Oh, okay. Oh, that yellow button. Buzzing. I'm not too bad. Why are you buzzing? You've just pre-ordered Deluxe. Oh, awesome. That's probably, if you've got everything, that's probably, and you like the other stuff, the red one next to it. Jeez. Then that's probably the best thing to order, to be honest. You're going to take a banana with you just in case you can't make it back home. No, that's fair enough, mate. Achieve a speed of 140 miles an hour. Hold on a minute. I can't do that because I'm braking. It won't let me. Can I answer the question? Yeah, hopefully I can. But it's... Why has it done this? Oh, second. Bear with me. Everyone hold on to your butts. Yep, go on. Oh yes, and the 5-day early access plus the awesome Voyager. Oh hell yeah. And all the other stuff that you get as well. Turn the master controller to 0. That's why, because there's the neutral section. What's unclear is the situation regarding the new Just Trains Pacer, as was Cardiff City TSW5. The Just Trains Pacer moved to TSW6. So, I don't know. I suspect it will, like the announcements, and everything that comes new to TSW6, or from TSW6 onwards, will have all the new features. So, yes. But they didn't actually say it was coming to Train Sim World 5, though. That's the thing. At that point when it was released, they said, if you listen carefully, they said that Just Trains are doing a Transport for Wales Pacer. So I suspect anything that is brand new that's coming for Train Sim World 6 will have the effects, will have all the added features on them. I would seriously think that is right. Okay, that just wasn't sure with Cardiff being to TSW5. No, yeah, but Cardiff's TSW5, but I'm not sure. I think station announcements can be. I think station announcements can be backported to other routes, pre-TSW6 routes, because it's just a simple thing of loading in the timetable from the PIS, all that information, and the AI will pick it all out, and it will make it's the logic that it will do it. So in theory, it should come to most of the other routes, in theory, if they choose and when they choose to update it. That's how I get it. Well, we're going to have to slow down anyway, because we've got 60 miles an hour. As for like the dynamic elements, like speed restrictions, and it will have onboard train faults, so it will have that, or random train faults. You would say JT Pacer would have announcements anyway, yeah, because you hit the G button, don't you? You hit the G spot, easy. But yeah, I don't know whether Cardiff City Network will have passenger announcements. That's the thing. I don't know. I think the way how they're saying it is that it can be implemented into the pre-Train Sim World 6 routes. So in theory, by the looks of it, it can do, but whether they implement it into Cardiff or not, I don't know. It may be clearer before the time. So, yeah. Yeah, it's more like a 50-50. Hi, County Stepford, how you doing? Oh, don't worry. If you know, if you can, if you're not feeling up to it, you can always, watch it back on replay, sort of thing. To be honest, hope the passengers were okay about this. Yeah, I'd say that the pacer would come with the bits, like the passenger noise, onboard announcements, like what they give out. But yeah, I'm not sure whether the actual route would come with the station announcements. Just prefer being part of the live bit. No, that's cool. That's brilliant. No worries on that. Thank you. Set the master controller to 0. Really? Set the master key to off. Thank you, driver. Let's see how you did, and then let's get you to the premiere. Really? If there's anything like I saw on that platform, you can keep it. I got a gold den. That's fine. I think we've done that. Right, we go back to the main menu. So it's SBahn Voralburg. So obviously, if SBahn Vorarlberg turns up, and the next what is it? The jump straight in 30 to an hour comes up, we won't be doing it. Yeah, get well soon. Right. So, someone typed stop in the chat. As you can probably hear, I'm folding my bag of routes here with all my post-it notes of all the route names on them. Sometimes they've also got the timetable bits on them because, it'd be easier just to do a timetable. So, yeah, someone typed stop in the old chatteroo. Carl says stop. Lady Fury says stop. Oh, okay. I think this one Bradley does like. But we're going stateside, guys. It's not very often we go stateside. Any ideas? It's a recent one, I'll tell you that. I haven't driven it for a few months. Let me take a gulp of thingy as well. Do you think South Western Railway should come to Trains in World, London Waterloo to Weybridge via Virginia Water? Do I think? I think any route can come to Trains in World, to be honest, but it depends on licensing and everything else. No, Bradley's got it. San Bernardino. San Bernard. Because I think Bradley likes San Bernardino, if I remember rightly. Riviera Line. Harlem. No, yeah, they not played Harlem for over a year, I think. So, yeah, we're going to play San Bernie. If I can find it. Haven't played it for a while. San Bernardino. Dum dum dum. Tim table. Ah! Dumbass. I'm not going to do Deck the Halls. Oh, that's like the one on New York Trenton, isn't it? Running Metrolink race day service from San Bernardino to the Speedway before the Speedway shuttle bus leaves. It's only across the way. They can bloody walk, blooming fat Americans. Come on. Right, we're going to stick with a scenario. We're going to do depot days, which is prepare a train for its train in the depot before bringing it into service. This is going to be interesting. Yes, reminds you. It does a little bit. It reminds you of Peninsula Corridor. I love that picture. You quite like it as well, and you didn't think you would until you tried it. Exactly, that's it. I mean, I kind of get annoyed at these people who say, "Oh, I only enjoy UK routes. Don't touch the others." But have you though? Have you played them? No, I've not bought them. You've not bought any sort of American or German route. No. Oh, how do you know you're going to like it if you don't try it? I can understand not liking to a degree the American ones because you do get that. It's a busy day here at depot. It's a busy day at the depot today. There's a train needing to be prepared for service, and another needing to be brought back to the depot. Talk to the shift supervisor to get started. Well, that worked out well. Hey, shift supervisor. Oh no, I did have something on my head, mate. You must be the engineer they sent over to help with the yard work today. Get a train needing to be taken up to the station. Could do with the fuel first. Think you can manage that? Sure thing. Succotage. You quite. It's a separate supersized McDonald's. Hentis makes those UK McDonald's look anorexic by comparison. Yeah. Doesn't she look pretty? Kind of, in a way, it kind of reminds me of those Dutch multiple units with the big nose sort of thing. They're single decked multiple units, but they like have the cab. It goes up right here as a big nose, and then the cab goes up that way, sort of thing. But I quite like them. Anyway, let's crack on. I'll get moaned. Open the door. Oh, for God's sake, don't lose your balance on the way out, will you? What do we need to put on here? Oh, God, I can't see anything. Hold on. Should we try that again? There we go. What have we got? Nope. 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 Oh, we'll have them. Oh, we'll have that. Nope. Go on, put it on. Why not? I know then we've got to put... Maybe not. Sit in the engineer seat. Collopers. No, it's the smaller single-decked ones. They're like little flimsy buses, but they've got like a nose, and then they've got the little cab going up. So it's like looks like the nose is an elongated Deltic, but it's smaller. Bradley's doing some shunting. Set the control and fuel pump to on. Ah, this is what I should have done. It was here. It's these. It's always these that you can... Press the engine start, which is there. So this is how you cold start everything. Better test your new model. Ooh, you got a spam cam. You're sorry your YouTube just wouldn't respond. No, don't worry about it. Good evening there, Mark. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Hold on a second. Sit in the engineer's seat. Get this train started up. Wash and fuel before bringing it into service. Oh, is that it? Best shut the doors then. Just had a couple of beers, as you do now. Got munchies, big kebab, and then wanted something sweet, so went over shop. The sweet's not good. Oh dear. Set the cab to set up. Insert the reverser. Set the yeah. Automatic brake cut off. Basically, it's just running you through how to cold start the loco. I mean, I'm sure you're going to remember this. There's questions afterwards. Oh, it's raining. Woohoo! Set the wipers on. Apply power to get moving. Brakes are off. Might as well shut the door. Plane taking off there, look. So yeah, we did the next episode. I think it's episode 5 of the podcast. Paul was 4, Bessie was 3, Jamie was 2, Colin was 1. Yeah, so it's episode 5. That will be coming out in the next week, I believe. There should be a trailer soon. It's not a long podcast, so we weren't expecting it to be a long one, really. So yeah, but we've got some Rode mics as well. So the wireless ones with everything else that goes with them. So yeah. But I'll tell you what, it was a really, really good day at GCR yesterday. I actually managed to bump into Ben. Ben, the secret Discord mod, the quiet Discord mod that helped me set the Discord up. My mate Ben. I didn't even know he was there. He works at Swanage and he's been there since Thursday, I think it was, he said. So he's been there 3 days. He's coming home today. Yeah, that was... Wipers are not good when you had a beer. Well, no, just don't spill it. So Ben was there. And then I also met JP who's a fellow ambassador. Or I think he's not an ambassador, but he's part of the mod team. I think he is, or an ambassador. I don't know, to be honest. But yeah, I met him, and he was there in his Train Sim World 6. I have my Train Sim World 5 t-shirt on. He had his Train Sim World 6 on t-shirt. But yeah, it was a really, really good day. I mean, we got a tour around the workshop. They had is it a B1 Thompson, which is the similar thing to what the same loco class as what Mayflower is, and there's only 2 of those locos left, and one is Mayflower, and the other one is actually being prepared to be stripped down and rebuilt. To be honest, I don't think I have. I shall have a look at Discord in a bit anyway. Well, it'll be when I finish. Set the automatic brake to handle off, which I think is that one. Set the marker lights to on. I'll speed those up. I've got to get up now. Or better shut the window. Yeah, so it oh, get off. It was a really good day. I mean, it was great seeing the Deltic. And I'll tell you what, no, we don't want that one. I posted 2 shorts of one of the Deltic and one of the 37 that was going on the other end of the Deltic's train. And, the Deltic coming in. They're doing really well at the moment. I mean, last time I looked, one of them had 300. I think the Deltic had 406 views. So it is true that shorts really do make you get you a lot of views. Okay, won't be going out that way then. Why is the doors not working? I can shut them the loco anyway. But yeah, it was a good day. And like I said, there's like crap loads of Class 31s there. A couple of 37s, they've got about 4 there. Oh, blimey. There's 147. Visiting locos was a 37. I think there might have been a 45, but we didn't see that. Class 14 and 27056, which was the blue one with the white stripe that's just been released from traffic. It looks really nice, to be honest. But yeah, it was pretty cool seeing Ratcliffe Power Station. I've seen it before because we've been down the Midland Main Line from Nottingham. It's weird because we did Poole to Birmingham with a 47 interregional service. Then we did Birmingham to Derby, which was my first ever HST I'd been in, and that day was my first ever HSTs I'd seen, so I saw a lot of HSTs. And then we did Derby to Long Eaton, and we got a bus from Long Eaton to a place where we had to trounce across a bit of ground to get to Toten, and we had our first glimpse of Toten, which was really cool. Then we caught a bus to Nottingham, and then got a HST because we were closer to Nottingham, you see. So yeah, we ended up getting HST from Nottingham down to St Pancras, and at St Pancras there was a 45 in the platform. That's the only time I've ever seen a 45 at St Pancras. Then we checked in on the normals, which was Euston. Well, we checked in, did the spotting around St Pancras, checked in at King's Cross. Then we did underground to Euston, went across to Paddington, and then we did Paddington to Waterloo, and then Waterloo back to Bournemouth. Which is pretty cool, to be honest. A really good day. It was good. It was good. Really enjoyed it. A lot of the trains were on time. We ended up... we were at Ruddington at first because we had to do the episode for the Dogcast. So we filmed that. We spent about an hour and a half around Ruddington, which is really good. So I had a lot of time in the Model Railway Club as well. I was chatting to them and everything. And I'll tell you what, you think everyone says up north they're grumpy? Nah, they were really happy. Happy to see you, happy to chat to you, talk to you. Oh, man. Bit of a dumbass thing to do, isn't it? I'm going to smack myself on that. Powered by renewable fuel. Wait while the train refuels. Bradley's northern, he's always happy. Yeah, he is. Yeah. So whatever they say is wrong. But no, honestly, it was really nice over at Ruddington. There was a little 040, 060 loco there, steam loco, that was running around and going to be pushing the set back to the northern terminus. So then we went down to Loughborough itself. We stayed there for about an hour and a half before we stayed there till about 5:30, I think it was. We got there about just by about 3, something like that, just after 3:30 or something. No, it must be about 3:15. But then we also, before that, we went to Brush, Loughborough. It's a place that's always been on my bucket list to go and see. And especially with the 96s, the 92s, 492s, and the 60s there, which I've got all the numbers of, which is really cool. It's that there London where they're the grumpy ones. If you so much at a glance at them, then never mind, say hi. Yeah, that is so true. Move the fuel nozzle. Yeah, it was really, really good, because there's a GBRF 73 there, which I don't know what one it was. And there was I think it was 2, well, it might have been 1 Network Rail 73 there. But the 60s, no, the 92s were all up on blocks. And I think, and apparently one of the 92s has not even, you're in the wrong chair, you dumbass, there's not turned a wheel in anger since it was built, apart from being tested. How about that? I don't know what one it was, but it was there. Probably the gay one. You're going to the Steam Gala in October. Oh, awesome. Yeah, so, but yeah, all the bogies for the 92s were removed. I think what they've done is the 92s that are left, they're cannibalising parts for them. Because don't forget, EWS or DB sent 2 92s over to Bulgaria. Oh, Dick Mabbott. Evening, William. How you doing? Welcome to your stream, sir. How are you? Oh, hello. This is not a members only stream. This is a normal one, by the way. Members only is next week and the week after, Sundays. Living the dream on the Brighton main line. Awesome. So yeah, I've got photographs of everything. So yeah, it's really good to see it. I think they have 032 and 036. They're both, one's in GBRF livery, and I think the other one is in Caledonian. I think they got 2 Caledonian and 1 in GBRF, so they might have 3. GB have some, but not many. Most of them have had their third rail shoe pickups removed. Oh, nice. But yeah, those buffers, the air pipes have all been removed on some of them. The buffers have all gone. The 60s, I think they're there for component recovery as well. Because a lot of them have little bits nicked off the front. I think on the top of the loco, where you got like the big, the big exhaust sort of thing here, they've all been taken off and they're put on the pallets in front of them. So yeah, they have bits missing and that. Does the GBRF one still retain their third rail equipment? Oh, right. I've not really seen many 92s about when I am about, sort of thing, really. I think the last time I saw one, there was one actually, strangely enough, in Euston. But that was years ago when I went there. But we also ran up the side of the, weirdly enough, as well as the Midland Main Line, we also ran up the side of the Great West Coast Main Line along the M1. Euston for you too. Ah, okay. You only ever seen one. That was O22 at Newcastle as a Thunderbird. Oh, awesome. That's pretty cool. So I don't think we might have to take one back. Yeah, we've got to take one back, look. They probably still have it as the needed down your way. Yeah. I know they had to do a lot of infrastructure work on the along that route for where they ran it between Dolan's Moor and Wembley, for it to use the third rail, because yeah, the 92s take, I think they've got 3 shoes on each bogie on each side, so it's 6 shoes on each side, 12 shoes in total. I suspect the other thing as well, you'll probably out. They'll go to Tonbridge Yards, I think, or sometimes. Engineer is waiting on the train on the platform. Take over his train. Shut down the cab. And oh, okay. We'll do it that way. Where's my little thing gone? There it is. Take my key. Go, go, gadget arms. Well, I can't get over there, can I? So I've got to walk over this way. Bruh. Beep, beep. Come on, move along. Move, come on, get your arse in gear. Move, shufty. It's not raining here, mate. Put your umbrella down.
Mind the gap.
Ouch. Get out of it, move. Train's over there. Next train is ready for you to take it back to Deborah, but there's a passenger that needs my help. Well, there's always a passenger. Where's the dumbass? Oh. Dressed lightly for this, didn't you? What do you want? You think you left your suitcase on the train but the doors are closed. Can you help me? Yeah, I'll go take a look for you. Dumbass. Who's Mikey? I've no idea who Mikey is. Why? Right, who's Mikey? What was a? You've got me there. Ooh, I like that. It's a trap. Oh no. Board the train. So I've got social media buzzing off at the moment, so yeah. Where are we going anyway? Search for the missing suitcase. Well, shall we start down here then? Right, it won't be here. Right, let's have a quick look here. She could have told me where she put the missing suitcase. Or where she thought she put it was. Boom, 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 boom. Pop a dom. Boom, boom, boom. In the toilet. Boom, 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 boom. Nope, nope. See a suitcase? No, just gonna go nuts. Oh, hold on. Did I just walk past? Boom, 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 boom. That. Probably found it and walked off, and I'm sitting around here like an idiot. Oh, I've got to go and look for a bloody suitcase because she's such a dipsy. Come on. She could have told me where she was sat. I mean, you know, there's no harm in that, is there, really? What I need to be doing is hunting for a bloody suitcase. It's on the map. Ha! You know what? If only I'd seen that earlier. Cheers, Bradley. But I didn't know. It's got to be upstairs, isn't it? You should at least give me some action points for that. That's now 3 sets of doors I've got to shut. I keep thinking it's downstairs. It's not. It's upstairs. Scenario hacks. Am I live tomorrow? No, I'm not. I'm going to be busy tomorrow afternoon. I've got things I need to do. Yeah. Yeah, I've got things I need to do tomorrow. So the next stream will be Wednesday. Actually, the Wednesday night gaming will be Wednesday afternoon gaming, so it'll be WAG time. She's just chilled. Got your hamster again. Awesome. Whoa, blimey. There's no freight train going through. That's not good. More than likely, yes, but I will also be doing Well, it depends. It just depends. I will be doing releasing content from the PC if I can record it and I get no problem with Changing World. So yeah, I will get it before early access get it. So yeah. But I'm away in Chatham in a couple of weeks, doing another episode of the Dogcast. So I will get it early access on Steam and PlayStation. I think I'll get a PlayStation copy, but I won't be able to create content with it or go live, not until it actually gets released. I suspect I should be able to get content, start creating content or do live streams on early access. When I mean early access, I mean when you guys get early access, but not before. But the PS5, the PC version, I should in theory be able to create content and release it after the embargo. And of course I will get the how do you get early access to it? Won't be Epic for some. I really don't know what to make out of that. Is that Epic's ruling that they can only have 60 items of DLC? Oh crap! Oh no, we've got a flashy one. Is that Epic's ruling that they can only have 60 items of DLC? I mean, personally, I wouldn't have gone with Epic anyway. It's not my sort of thing. I would have stuck with Steam. But yeah, I think it sucks, but this is also like kind of based on one of the Amtrak things on New York, Boston Providence, I think it is. Like Toten sidings, yeah. Can I go back here without putting the lights on? Oh no, I did switch them on. Good old Clarky. You're back. Hey, back. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Nice work out there. You've been a big help today. Here's some action points. Cheers. Oh, I thought it said happy days then. It's depot days. About to start going into verse. 1,343 and a silver, I believe. Oh, well. Right. Oh, moon's up. No blood red moon there. Right. Okay, so let me go and grab the old bag of roots. See, so it's Voralburg, which we haven't played for a while, and I try to be funny. You know, some people laugh, other people don't. You know, I don't know why. Right. Anyway, come on. Let's type stop in the chat, guys. Stop in the chat. Oh, stopper from Great Western. Oh, okay. It's going to be that sort of day, I think it is today. Okay. So we are now going back across to the European scene. Any ideas? San Bernardino was a scenario, wasn't it? Not Southeastern Highspeed, not Goblin either. Red Trains. I can't remember. They may be red. Yeah, we're doing the old Rosen thingy Salzburg. East Coast, wait, no, definitely not. We're going to do the boring 185. Or shall we? No, we're going to do a BR 185.5. And we are going to... Oh, so where's that gone then? There she is. We're going to do a freight. So we are going to do DGS 44183 haul into Ruhr to Villaksud. Basically, we're driving this from Rosenheim to Salzburg. So we're going to do a full route run. It's an hour and 4 with the BR 1855 in the ONE livery. The G6 shunter. I smell a G6. Nope. And it's a manifest train, so I'm not sure what one that is. So we're going to take dynamic weather off. We're going to give it a little bit of cloud, not a lot. And what time are we starting? 7:47 in the morning. Let's have some fun. 9 o'clock already. Yay! Oh. So I'm going to watch the Grand Prix before I go to bed tonight. No spoilers. Oh, there. Then I've got to pop to the shop tomorrow quickly, and then I want to get Lilo and Stitch film because I quite like Stitch, but I just can't afford it. So, yeah. That's Plymouth to Exeter on non-stop run. This should be pretty cool. And of course, people are moaning, oh, why don't you do London Paddington to Penzance? It won't be that long for you. It won't take long for you to build it. Wait a moment. Well, let's set the old baby up. So we are going to be doing PZB, bit of C. We're not going to do LZB, so I don't think. Where are we? We're there. So we're doing. Oh my god, we're doing a full line run. Oh yeah. So we're coming off there. So we're not doing this one. Okay. What's that? IC service. Salzburg to Frankfurt. I don't think we really need to do LZB, to be honest, because it's not going to be that fast. It's all going to be curvies and everything. So we'll put this to automatic. Going to plug her in, turn her on. Hentis rail in the far east of Germany, far west. Put your lights on. Chwing. Instrument lights are on. Let's just check to make sure everything's there. Look at that. Doesn't she look pretty? It's the only 1855 that we have. We don't have any more. So what have we got on our freight? Also, we got a little bit of mixed. That's good to see. Just containers and habins, I think. Nice bit of traffic there. Oh, a couple of the are they Kajils? Yeah, they're Kajils. A couple more habins. Some of those and some more Kajils. Oh, cool. Oh, what's going on here? I don't know what's there. Not unless someone's messaging me on somewhere I don't know. I don't know. There's no LZB. That's okay. I'll take that off then. Right. So we can crack on with this in a second. So apparently we're already moving. Well, that's a bit off, isn't it? So let me turn LZB off because it is off. Look, we don't need it. On the Riviera line, does freight use any of the Skyhook freight packs? Don't really think so, because the only stuff I know is J&A traffic aggregate. So it's the J&A wagons from what I've seen so far. So I don't really know as an exact sort of science. I know the railhead treatment train runs, but freight, I think it's just J&As, but you never know. Only took me just under 9 hours to edit and export the Mayflower and English Riviera Express video. What the hell? How big is it? I don't understand how it takes you 9 hours to render something when my videos of 14 minutes render in about 10 minutes. I don't understand this. What software are you using? The railhead treatment train is awesome. You have a slow PC, that doesn't help. And are you trying to do stuff on that PC as well at the same time? Are you rendering it at 1080p or 4K? What's that, Bradley? That's a bit personal. What's a bit personal? No, but yes, to get all the head codes and got it for 1080p. It should not take that long. See, as a result, last year of when my PC decided to nuke itself, I actually started on my phone, anything that I took photos of or came through Pool, I took notes of what the head code was, what the loco was. Oh, for God's sake, Bradley. So I take notes and that all goes on my phone. So basically for September, I start with September the 1st, so to speak, and then whatever comes down through here, I log it. If I go out on trips out like I did yesterday, I'll log all the locos and that I've seen. The fact that it's all preserved stuff yesterday, I didn't really worry about it. I've got some numbers and that, and I can always look for reference on the GCR site. But yeah, as a result of the PC nuking itself, I just now get all the details. I always put the details in my phone, log it as a note. Then at the end of the month, everything that happened in September that I photographed, filmed, or I've seen, it will, or whatever's come through Pool, will get put on there, transferred over to my PC. Then I'll tally up everything in my database. Yeah, but the thing is, they haven't got those China clay wagons. So, yeah. I think they used to have log trains as well. And the cement ones, which, like, they had, like, the IWB wagons, which were a little bit like the Habbins wagons. You get more than what Bradley does, and mind you. I don't get any. We got Jenny coming back tomorrow, which is pretty cool. We're only supposed to be doing about, well, we're only top speed is 100. Hold on, Matt.
SIFA Zwangsbremsung.
No, it won't do it that way. I've got a... There you go. Just set it to 95.
SIFA.
Yeah, I mean, freight went from here back in 2016, I think, in the end, with the Stone train stopping again. There is talk of aggregate services returning to Poole, whether it's sand being dredged out the harbour or and stone apparently coming to Hammerby again from the Mendips, but we'll just have to wait and see. Either way, it'll probably be, I think, GBRF for the sand and Freightliner for the stone. But yeah, it's been pretty dry down here now for freight, and the only stuff we get is engineering trains, and I know we have engineers in October on a weekend down here, but I don't think there's any trains. SIFA. Oh, Dostos. It's a nice long Dosto with something on the back of it. Yeah, to think we had a lot of freight, you know, back in the day. SIFA, bon, no. I can still remember the time when we had the yard. It was fully open, and we had like loads and loads of wagon wheels, not chocolate, Bradley, the wagon wheel sets. In the yard, the BR plate layers lorry, where you know you had it was the yellow like Bedford cab, and in the back you had like where all the guys sat when they're being transported around the place. A little, I don't know, class area, not class, but thingy, you know what I mean. They usually had chairs and a table in there that moved around when it went off. The big massive blue circle cement silo, the cement tanks that used to come in here, and the press flow wagons as well, and other assorted wagons, the steel wagons as well, China clay wagons. Yeah, we used to have a lot of mixed freight. Also the fuel wagons as well, the TEA bogies. Yeah, the double bogey TEA wagons. You don't like what? You don't like them. Oh, you don't like what? Oh, why is my heel hurting? Ow. Wagon wheels. Ah, right, okay. I mean, we generally tended to have a lot of freight, but then it just all, when the freight yard closed, everything went from Hamworthy, and then there was hardly any traffic coming from Hamworthy, and the talk was that they were going to remove the shunter that was stabled down there during the week, and at the weekend it went to Bournemouth, and then once a month it went back to Eastleigh, and then another one came down the next weekend, and it's that where the shunter came back from Eastleigh to Bournemouth overnight, it failed in the New Forest. It threw a rod, and they had to actually get a loco down. I think they hauled it wrong line. It was in the middle of the New Forest. It took them 6 hours to recover it, because the guy walked back. Well, I think the guy was stuck in the forest. There was no phone, nothing. He had to walk to find a place to make a phone call, to get someone to pick him up for a phone call. Yeah, because he didn't know how far he was in between each signals. He's literally in between each signals. Love them. Got a pack of each for your ball. A ball? Oh, your bait this week. Shame you didn't end up saying TEA tanker wagon. I did. I'm sure I did. Oh, slip up. TEA wagon. Yeah, that's classic. I used to like wagon wheels, but I kind of went off them. Is this only where we're stopping, or do we have to go anywhere else? No. So we are stopping there, which is pretty good. Right next to Salzburg Bahnhof station. That'd be good then. Oh, we got the stuff that's on the turntable as well, so it'll be a new logo. Awesome. Yeah, I haven't mentioned about Dostos, have I? Or the other word related to Dostos. I've said some things in my time, I tell you. So I've got a bit of stuff to post to socials tomorrow as well, so to do the trip. Taking a couple of days off from looking for work at the moment. I shall do some more on Wednesday. Wednesday afternoon will be will be Wednesday night gaming, or Wednesday afternoon game, which will be construction sim. Or I could do it as Tuesday evening gaming, but I won't, which is Tegs. I'll leave it as WAGs, Wednesday afternoon gaming. I think that's best. Thursday just will be Train Sim World Stream. I think I may ask people to choose a route on Thursday. So it'll be the first 6 routes that's mentioned. I shall I shall drive in that order. Well, you see, that's the thing that it's weird, because we were discussing that all the slip-ups that I make with the verbals and that, and I've posted certain things, and it's the innuendos that happen or is said, and I say to people, I said, I've made these, these are just absolute stinking one-liners that I've done, and she said put some examples in the chat, and I put the Dosto one, and I said I've no idea why I said it. I said I've even fallen asleep live in my live streams, and I said that has worked out so well for me, because you got people looking at the stream and it's just like, no, it's fake, you know. So yeah, I said I said it's those sort of things, that the slip-ups that I make, I said they're classic. I said because they get clipped, and I said my mate or the other mods will clip them, people will see them, then they'll want to watch the whole stream. And yeah, I said that so we're not really supposed to be doing 98 kilometers an hour when I've set the max to 90. And I did say it's got a bit of a word in there, but you know, I said don't play it. I said just let people click on it. I said just don't play it. I don't want people getting in trouble. There is no such thing as bad publicity, no. And so yeah, it does kind of help to a degree, but we're in the last couple of weeks of thingy, because they were going on about merchandising, which, you know, as well as memberships, there's also merchandising. And I said, to be honest, it will be good at the start. I said, but then I've got all this stock, but I can't sell it because people just, you know, there's only be a certain amount of people that will buy it. And I really don't, you know, the initial outlay of merchandising, you know, I think we spoke to Joe about it and how he finds it, and he said he doesn't get a lot of orders for it, and he's just got stuff sitting at home or sitting around. I think it was, spoke to him, and you know, it's something that I mean, we've talked about merch before, haven't we? I think it's got to be something that people want. Bus convention going on there or something. You know, most of the time you got to order stuff in the 20s, like 25, 30 of everything, and that is a lot of money to put out on sales that you might not even gather back. So yeah, while the potential could be there, it just may not be.
Ziva.
You're waiting for your pizza. Whoa, hold on a minute. Whoa, oh, stop, whoa, stop. You ordered pizza and you never even thought about getting any for us. I mean, come on. I bet you got pineapple with it as well. Oh, man. Hang on. Weren't you eating it already earlier? I wasn't. I had a roast dinner. I had some beef. Okay, so you don't have to get any for Great Western Photography. You don't like it. Just get him some garlic bread. He'll be fine. Oh dear. Not really into merch myself, but you did win a prize on Rail Stream last year, a book and DVD about the Flying Scotsman. Oh, that's cool. Oh, hello. BR182. Double BR1. Oh, 182 and a 185. Awesome. By the looks of that, we are changing points. I mean, I'm really surprised that the merch that I got, this YouTube clapperboard that I got from YouTube of all places, for the Partner Perks program. Live training tractor vid is live. I got to have a look at that. What tractor was it? It seemed a pretty old one. Bradley was playing Farming Sim in real life. I will be processing a lot of the photos tomorrow from what I took at the yesterday. I've got some stuff to go up on Insta. I'll see how these two shorts are done because they were doing pretty well. David Brown 25D from 1956 drives like a dream. Nice. Shorts. How are my shorts? Well, the Deltic has 728 views and the 37 has 317. So I think the Deltic is a tad popular. So if you're on my YouTube page, look at the shorts, because I've got the Deltic and the 37 up. CFAT. Where was that? You're actually driving that then? Somewhere in Kent, I take it. $50 kilometres to Salzburg. Yes, Union of South Africa has been down to Poole. Yeah, you don't have to keep doing an extra thing for your question mark if you forget it. We all know what you mean. About 5 miles from here, a little place called Redgar. Oh, cool. Apparently she doesn't run anymore. No, I suspect that she's either gone for a boiler refit, overhaul, or just running on preserved. But they have got to they have every 10 years they have to go for an overhaul for boiler certificate. But now we've got Eddystone out on the main line, which is pretty cool. The Hush Hush was still around. Yeah. There's one loco that I don't think I've seen. Oh, I might have seen one. It was the Q1 Southern loco. She got withdrawn, and you believe the owner has put her into a private museum in Scotland. Ah, there you go. Probably because running a steam loco costs a lot these days. And it's a lot for maintenance and everything, because when they go bang, they'll go bang in a big way. Something breaks, you got to get it off the line, you've got to get it stored somewhere secure. If it can't be moved under its own power, you're looking at getting it somewhere where you've got road access to rail it off onto a trailer, which you've got to hire. You're looking at sometimes to move things 25 grand. Yeah, well, whoever it is, they're not really doing it properly. They're not fixing it properly, are they? They're not fixing the problem. So it doesn't surprise me that they've taken her off out of traffic. But the thing is, you know, these things are going to fail because they're getting old, and you know they try to get these locos back up and running, and yeah, it's not easy. It's not easy. It's a lot of effort. I was chatting to the guys of the B1 Thompson, that's the whatever it is, that's up in Ruddington. And I think Riley and Sons have given up on the loco, and the certificate runs out in December. Yeah, you know, it is what it is. You know, there's only a certain amount of time that these locos will be good for running in. You know, 10 years to build a certificate. Whether they decide to go to carry on and redo it, I don't know. But yeah, it just costs too much money in the end. If it's continually failing, then yeah. It's just it's just costing a fair amount of money. 44932 still running, whatever that is. I don't know. I don't know the numbers. I know the names, not the numbers. But yeah, you know, looking after getting a loco out, you know, getting it all on the main line and everything, it's got to make money. And if it's failing, it's costing money. It's not making it. So yeah, a decision has to be made. You think Locomotive Services Limited said that 34046 Braunton won't be running again for the foreseeable future. There you go. Probably because there's too much money to invest into getting it done. So they can work on projects that won't cost as much, I think, and that's unfortunate. I thought that was a red for me. That's unfortunate because, you know, your favourite locos, in the end, it's going to be probably the only steam loco that's going to be lying around is Tornado, basically, because that's the newest steam loco that's left. Even that's been having problems, you know. The Flying Scotsman, I'm not sure really how much longer that can go on for, because if it has a major failure, that something really goes bang in it, sort of thing, they're going to be looking at it because it's the National Railway Museum. How much is it going to cost? Is she going to make that cost back? If we, you know, it's public money that goes into it. That one is still running as it is at the Greatest Gathering. You know, at the end of the day, it all comes down to money. You know, that's why people just sometimes they get rid of stuff, because locos and that, because they can't afford it. You know, and sometimes, you know, you got a loco and it's being stored at a railway site or something like that. You know, it's costing the company. You know, they got to pay. You know, they got to pay for the upkeep of the security of the loco, so that all goes back onto the loco's owners. You know. Mainline ticket runs out in 2029, but I suspect then they'll probably take her out of traffic and they'll do the do the overhaul. And so yeah. I mean, I'm happy. I've seen the Scotsman a few times. I mean, the thing is as well is what I want to say is there's a lot of people that saying the railway enthusiasm, model railways, rail enthusiasts are dying. No, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. The amount of people the young people, the young kids that I saw, even at the Ruddington place, where it wasn't that busy, there wasn't a lot of people there, but they see the steam loco in the station. Wow. You know, the Ruddington Model Railway Club. And I'll shout out to them because, you know, I was in there chatting to them for a good 30, 40 odd minutes, and I didn't realise the guy had turned up who we needed to talk to. So they've been talking to him for a few minutes. We haven't set up or anything. We weren't recording. They were just chatting and everything. And I was there chatting to the guys in the model railway shop, in the model railway club there. And you know, the guy said, I bought them the little train sets for my grandchildren to play with. He said they're not interested. He said, so I've got the train sets myself. He said, I bring them in and I run them on the model railway, in the model railway club. You know, they've got one main big layout, 00 gauge, which is based on Ruddington Station. And it's a roundy one with a little bit of an offshoot for a military sort of area, like where they are based in the military thing, or ex-MOD site. Oh, it won't be scrapped. It'll go to a museum. There's only one original bit left on it anyway. No, I'm diabetic, so yeah, I won't touch Skittles. I won't be tasting that sort of rainbow. And yeah, I was chatting with him, and then, you know, he said in the corner they've got little Thomas the Tank Engine, like little 4x4 model railway layout, you know, with little Thomas the Tank Engine running around, Percy running around for the, you know, like it's his last few feet that he's going to run. He's puffing his cheeks out. Little Toby the tram running around. It's really, really good. And that's what gets the kids into the railways. It's Thomas the Tank Engine. So that's why Dovetail was so great, was so happy at getting Thomas the Tank Engine, where a lot of people just don't understand why they did it, the reveal as they did. Boom. That's what they did, because it was such a coup to get and be able to work with the guy who produced the Thomas the Tank Engine series. That's it. Yeah, that's it. That is actually it. You know, that I was in there and I was, you know, chatting to the guys. There's this young mum. She comes in with her little boy, and the guy turned around and said, he's literally said to us, he didn't know the kid. He goes, what size layout have you got? And he turns around and he goes, I've got 00 gauge. And he goes, oh, hello. He didn't say that. We're going a bit fast. And he goes, what have you got? Have you got Thomas the Tank Engine? You know, he was like that with him. He goes, I've got a Thomas. He said, but I've got a Hornby Loco. And he didn't say what it was. But you know, it's so good. And they had an O gauge layout as well, which wasn't switched on. But he was watching the trains go round on the 00 gauge, the steam locos and everything. And then there was a couple of other people came in. It started getting a little bit crowded because I had a huge bag of all my crap on my back. Oh, look at that. Nice. And you know, it was really good to see them there. There's so many little kids there, and when they saw the steam engine, I'll see if I can find a picture of it. I've got a picture of it. I'll put it on Discord. It doesn't look anything like Thomas the Tank Engine, but you know, the little kid comes past. This was just before we recorded, or just after we wound up we were recording. and he's there shouting, Thomas, Thomas, Thomas. And it's a little steam engine. It's nothing like Thomas. It's black. Yeah, I'm not being racist at all, but the steam engine was black. And he was going, Thomas. He was in his pushchair, and he'd go, Thomas, Thomas. You know, and you know, it's the kids love that, and this is what gets them into trains. And there's, you know, we got nuclear cheesecake, we've got Munchy Flip Flop. Yeah, I know, I love those names. You know, they're two that I know. They're from around my area. You know, and they're they're in their teenage years now. You know, the early teens, and they're out there. They're loving everything. It's just not a hobby for old weird blokes, you know. And I'm sorry if people think that. You're just so far from wrong. You know, you're just so far from being right. It's an understatement. You hope Flying Scotsman won't be scrapped. It won't be. Have you tried limited edition Parkside Skittles? No, because I'm diabetic. Anyone saying that is an idiot. North Yorkshire Mall galas are always jam-packed, and it's mostly the women and the kids taking the pics. Yes. Because all the blokes are on the train. Oh, we got 70.
Zwangsbremsung.
You son of a slapper.
Zwangsbremsung. 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 Zwangsbremsung.
When we had the Mayflower and the English Riviera Express yesterday, came through Dawlish and the Tiverton Parkway, there was a good few youngsters out there that came through though. Wait for the air to come out. Apparently the only front third of the main frame is the original Scotsman. It's actually the window frame is the original Scotsman. That's the only original bit of the Flying Scotsman left. It's the window frame on the left hand side. You got your pizza and chips and a can of Coke. I've been PZB'd, yes. The thing that got Great Western Photography into the trains wasn't Thomas. It was a good old HST. Oh, definitely. I loved the HST. It was annoying because when I got my first train set, oh, this is knackered, isn't it? Because I can't. Because I've been PZB'd, I can't move. No, I've got to reset AFB, haven't I? There you go. RFB. I didn't reset the thingy. I left it where I was. Dumbass. It was the OG Thomas for you, the one with the proper models, the G-scale models, yeah. The proper narrators and done proper by the Brits, not by greedy Yanks and the computers. Yeah. Even when Mark What's-His-Face did it, I still quite like those. But yeah, the new ones, I'm just not a big fan of them. You've been pizzaed. On all the trains that I've been on today, there was hardly any old men. Yeah, it's just kids, isn't it? You know, younger kids, and that's what gets them involved. It's like even the young people, they're, you know, teenagers in the workshops at Ruddington. There were young people there. There's even women and girls there, you know, that were volunteering, doing whatever it is they were doing on the locos, the steam locos, the diesel locos, you know, whether it's being repainted, wiring job, the volunteering, you know, and that is what is important these days. It's the younger generation that are not only volunteering, but they're choosing it as like it helps for a profession for them. So yeah, and it's a good thing to see, and that needs to carry on. You're pretty sure that you've watched the video from the NRM and they have said one of the frames were original and some other bits are. What's my favourite pizza? One that doesn't have pizza on it. One that doesn't have pineapple on it. No, I just have my own. I just have mainly steak, pepperoni, meatballs, mozzarella, mushrooms, red onions. Oh yeah, lovely. Safer. So how far we got to go? Now this is mostly the twisty turny bits still to go. We've got a little bit here, there. Then we run down this bit, which is 9 on straight. Oh look, 6 to 8. You right there, mate? Bless him. Margarita or garlic? Nah, I just like meat on mine. I'm not into peppers or anything like that. Don't like peppers. I'll have spicy beef, spicy meatballs. I don't mind garlic bread, but it's just got to be a little bit careful because a lot of it's all fattening and everything. It's got a lot of carbs in it, which is really not good for me. So I tend not to have a pizza. Because I used to have a pizza every Saturday night as a treat. But now what I will be doing is having a pizza once a month at the end, like on a payday weekend sort of thing. Spicy meatballs! Yes. I think it was old Howling Mad Murdoch that also that said that first when I heard it. In the original 18. Oh dear. Oh, I've got to do this again. Sifa. Lord Vader. What is thy bidding? Badoom! Had a member sign up today. Anyone want to be a member? Hit the link. The way you said spicy meatballs was funny. Yeah, I tend to do sort of really weird theatrical sort of crap and that. I'd be good as a voiceover artist, I suppose. But, you know, I have one of those faces for radio. If you watch any of the dog podcasts, the railway dog podcasts, then you'd see what I look like. So search the Railway Dog the Railway Dogcast on YouTube. What spicy meatballs? The original quote is from a 1969 Alka-Seltzer commercial.
Sifa.
May or may not have clipped something. Yeah, I suspect I know what you've been clipping. All I need now is production company to come along and say, hey, we like your voice. You do? Well, thanks. Spicy meatballs. Careful, tiger. Just look at Matt and take that cat ear headphones off. Easy. That's not fair. Matt looks nothing like me. I look... Oh, shut up, Tony. Hentis Rail cat headphones when? Do you know what? I nearly bought a pair of them. I think actually he's got quite a few, to be honest. I think a couple of them had their pictures taken with him, and they had Matt's cat headphones on. That's good. As long as someone's laughing, I'm happy. So, you know, I've done my job. My job here is done. 2 hours later. I will be asking them, though, what the headphones they use up in the play test lab, what they were. Oh, have you got an email, Bradley, recently? Was thinking of a driver experience on the Plym Valley Railway. Why is my mouse playing up like that? You get to drive and guard a 142 for real. The only downside is it's not a very long route. What's that to the end of the platform and back? Oh, it's a nice long dosto. No, okay. Never know. You never know. Spicy meatballs. Just watch the shot I did. Oh, the short for the TSW collectible. That's done quite well, to be honest. I didn't really expect a lot of people to understand it, but they seem to do. 142 won't make the end of any platform. That was I got my mate Ben, the silent mod, who I actually saw in Loughborough yesterday. I was like, what the are you doing there? And he was like, oh, almost as surprised as what I was, because he saw me first. I was like, is that Ben? I was like, what? Do I do aviation? I used to play Microsoft Flight Simulator on the Xbox Series S, and then I went and invested in an Xbox Series X, and sold the S, but then it just really wasn't taking off anywhere, pardon the pun. I just wasn't do you know what, with all the videos that I do, my live streams, my real train videos, the shorts, certain shorts are popular than what the live streams are, but the live streams are more popular than my real life train videos. Never been to the Plymouth Valley Railway. I've never been there either, no. You tried getting the collectibles at Reading, but they weren't loading in. Must be a rivet bug. Oh dear, yeah. It's really local to you, Great Western, only a short bus ride away. Oh, that's cool. Bradley only knows warplanes. I can remember when we were all flying around Spitfires and that around the Antarctic. Or was it the Arctic? It's North or South Pole, I can't remember. That was quite funny. And we were literally going, buzzing each other, going, dagger, 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 dagger. I've got that on streams, on video somewhere. That's quite funny, that. No, it didn't really take it off, no. Pardon the pun. Oh, dear. But, yeah, I did have it on a PC, but it took nearly, 24 hours to install. Then there was a big update. It was like Microsoft Update Simulator. Nah, you're right, mate. Yeah, it was fun. That was cool. Then we had, we were actually online outside. Was I online? I think I was. We were in the Tomcats, I think it was. Jeff. I don't know if you were there, Carl, but it was Jeff, me, and I'm not sure, but we were buzzing LA Airport in the server. Just with the, yeah, we were really putting people off. They were getting arsey with us. Some landings were questionable and were Ryanair landings. Horrendous. You was over Dover blasting Vera Lynn out. Oh dear. They were really good days, they were. Ah, yeah, that was it, Bradley. You and Jeff, yeah. I swear I could hear myself going do, 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 in the old headphones. Oh dear. How far have we got to go? Oh, we've only got a couple of squiggly bits, then we're on the straight. Let's whack her up to 95. R in it. RFB. Jack played as well, yeah, and sometimes my mate, John, who was my boss at work, he came in and was buzzing me with his plane. I think Carl played as well, because Carl, you had Microsoft Flight Sim. Autopilot always crashed the planes, yeah, because you had to have it set in the other way, the opposite setting to what it was. You had to put all your details in the opposite setting because it was a bug, and they never ever bothered fixing it. Actually, that's what I had it on. I got it on Game Pass for the Xbox for Series S. But I actually bought it on the PC. Oh god, yeah, crashed near Greece. We had that big massive Top Gun one, the big Dark Saber, Dark Star bloody plane. We flew it from Bournemouth Airport, and I'd set it to go to, was it Hong Kong? And it crashed me somewhere over in China. Bradley's autopilot was fine, yeah. Your autopilot kept drinking Red Bull. The new version of Microsoft Flight Sim is shite. I am not surprised. Don't you mean Microsoft Update Simulator? Do you still remember when Flying Scotsman crashed in 2023? Not really crashed, really, to be honest. It was more like heavily struck a coach. Mind you, there was a lot of other things going on in late 2023 that really was more important than the Flying Scotsman. Got a couple of old versions of Microsoft Flight Sim and 2 versions of Flight Unlimited. Now, wasn't Flight Unlimited something that Dovetail were part of? I even still have your original floppy disk version of Sublogic's Flight Simulator 2 for your Amiga. Oh, wow. Oh, the Amiga. One of the best computers out. And on that bombshell, you're going to head off now. No, cheers, Great Western. Really, really appreciate it for coming in. Are we at 10 o'clock? We are at 10 o'clock. Bloody hell. You thought it was funny they binned anyone who crashed their planes into the Twin Towers? Yeah. Well, that's how the terrorists learnt how to fly the jet planes. That is how they did it, from early versions of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Your hamster's looking at you, and your food through the bars. It's like saying, "Just wait till you sleep. I'm going to have you." That's why it was in the wind for years, yeah. I'll tell you what, just don't even go there, because basically I just look at people and I'll go, really? A great man once said on the internet, don't always believe what you read on the internet. And that man was Albert Einstein. Just say you regret selling your Amiga A1200. You still have your Amiga 500 though. Oh, awesome. Have you got cannon fodder for it? Just Cannon Fodder was one of the best games ever. Sensible Soccer as well. They were the best games ever on the Amiga. There was a Boeing 747 flying over you, and as soon as I stepped outside to spot it, just about missed it. Yeah, okay. You swear it was Churchill. Actually, it could have been Lincoln. 8.6 kilometres to Salzburg. Woohoo! Get those spicy meatballs going. Oh, yes. Oh, that's one game you need to come back. Cannon Fodder. Lemmings. Do you know who did Lemmings? The original team behind Lemmings. Anyone remember Lemmings? Still play both sensible games. It's the only sensible option. Yeah. Do you guys know who designed the original Lemmings? No. You say. I say. Would it be amazing that TSW6 had the USA tour flying squad? Not really. So, you enjoy Lemmings, but no clue. So, the original Lemmings was done by a company called DMA Design. Now, DMA Design were also the company behind the original world's top-selling game. Any idea, without Googling it, who it was? You got Lemmings on your Amiga 500 Mini. Oh, bloody awesome. We may get a little bit of lag here. Yes, they are Rockstar. It's Rockstar that are now, who were DMA Design, who did the original Lemmings. And now Rockstar made Grand Theft Auto. I actually met the guys that behind Grand Theft Auto, and they said they have had so much. Originally, they said they had so much bad press from people not liking it, thinking, you know, you're going to try and sell this, people will want it banned and all that sort of crap. They were right. People did want it banned. But yeah, it didn't work. Lemmings before GTA 6, you never know. Oh, hello. What have we got there? Oh, 187. Surely not. What if... So we're now entering Salzburg. Nice intermodal terminal. I need a P&B after this. Worms was awesome. Actually met the guy who actually created, the guy who created Worms. Met him. He was local as well. Lived in Bournemouth. Your eldest was surprised to learn recently that Rockstar are part of the Take-Two publishing. Yeah, the makers of the Mafia games. No, I haven't seen Thingy Stack Hall. Hope he'd get those medical attention for them learns. Dead Worms, Bradley. So you guys with the Amiga, can you remember the first ever time when we had all those games on the Amiga that you could fitted onto a CD-ROM that you could put into a CD player and run a headphone socket from the CD player into your Amiga via the special cable in the end, and you could actually access and download all of the games that were on that disc and play them on the Amiga. There was over 40 or something type games at the time on that disc. Who were the manufacturers? Or who were the software company? Yeah, there was a lot of stuff at Loughborough in the sheds, and we couldn't get round there yesterday.
Ziva.
They were the first software company to have their games onto CD-ROMs.
Zugbeeinflussung. Zwangsbremsung. 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 Zwangsbremsung.
PZB hates me today.
Zwangsbremsung.
Any ideas?
Zwangsbremsung.
Who were the first UK software company, shut up you, to have a DVD-ROM where you could download games off a CD that you put into your CD player via the earphone socket and via into a port on the back of your Amiga. That's going to be a bit of a tricky. Anyone? No? No, it isn't Atari. They were still quite famous now, to be honest. You make a custom Apple Queen Flying Scotsman on Train Sim 5, it looks so good. Yeah. That's cool. The only things I do custom basically is just some of the wagons and locos now. I've really not touched livery designer in, well, over a year now. Okay, I'm going to put you out your misery. It's not hard. It was Codemasters. They were the first people in the world to burn their games onto a CD-ROM. They had put a whole load of their games onto a CD-ROM so that you could actually plug it into your CD player, and you could literally, it would have loaded that game in, and you can play it on the Amiga. I wouldn't recommend that you do that, Kanan, to be honest. Do you remember download a game for your ZX Spectrum using a flashing square on the TV screen using an adapter light pen? Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
Zugbeeinflussung. SIFA.
Codemasters, the home of the egg. Yeah, absolutely love Codemasters games because they were very innovative. But now the only most famous one that Codemasters do was Formula One, which then Codemasters decided to sell themselves to Electronic Arts, and yeah, the two brothers who co-founded Codemasters are now millionaires. Did anyone, or has anyone heard of a game? It was, I think it's on the Commodore 64. It might have been on the Amiga, called Little Computer People. Only Codemaster you know is Alan Turing. You're just dizzy remembering it. I remember that.
SIFA.
The Oliver Brothers, yes. You had 3 Commodore 64s. Bloody hell, Carl. I had the 64 and then the 128. Then I got the Amiga 1200. I was like, yes. You're excited for this weekend? We just finished the weekend. What are you talking about? Next weekend. What are you doing next weekend? It is. It is still very much alive with the emulators, isn't it, on the PC? Ooh, 1 hour and 13 minutes and 6,830 bits later. Right, so we're going to return to free roam. I'm going to try. No, don't. Let me out. Let me out. No! Let me out! Oh, blimey, that's a bit broken rail there, isn't it? He's not going anywhere anyway. Let's wait over here. Even the emulators in a little box that looks like an Amiga, like your Amiga 500 Mini, love that thing. Oh, that's cool. Recrossing Marriott, no. And just for fun, you had the original Potato, the ZX81. Yeah, my brother had that, the ZX81. That was my first intro into computers. I was like, what the hell? It's like 1K expansion. That was awesome. The last parts arrived for your crossing barrier on Saturday. That's why you're excited. How big is this level crossing barrier? Because it's just like you've got a whole brand new full size level crossing barrier. Right? Is it like a little 00 gauge one, or N gauge or something? Cause it's just like the way you're going on about it is just like absolutely humongous. The first custom game images you added to that were Cannon Fodder 1 and 2. Oh, awesome. Right, I'm just going to have a P&B and get a drink, and I'll be back. I'll just leave you with a nice scene at Austria. I suspect that train may go in a bit. There she goes. Right. Right, I'm going to do something slightly different. For the fourth route, I'm going to go on West Coast Mainline South, but we're going to be doing London Underground, and I'm just going to be doing, if I can work out where it is, going to go jump in the shower, we'll leave this running. Awesome. Watch out for paint. What's that? Painters, yeah. It's like a custom project on your one in your room. It's the last custom game images. Ah, right, okay, yeah. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be running an underground on the underground, and we're going to do it just as a shift. So we'll do it for about an hour, or just so it'll be about one or two, probably 3 runs. So let me come out, go to the main menu. It's something I just wanted to sort of try and toy with to see how well it will go. And if it doesn't go well and it crashes, then I know that we can't do it. But the idea is that we start off at Queen's Park. Ideally, you know, you'd be starting off at bloody your shift at London Road or wherever it is. Elephant and Castle, and then you're just running up and down doing your 8 hours worth. So it will probably be a run up to Harrow and Wealdstone. Harrow and Wealdstone have a bit of a break, and then Harrow and Wealdstone back to Queen's Park. Have to change platform, get on another train at Queen's Park that goes to Harrow and Wealdstone, then Harrow and Wealdstone back. Do you see what I mean? So we're going to try that. See how it goes. You fancy doing that? Yeah. So, yeah. So, West Coast, Westy Coasty Mainliney, wherever it is. Where are we? There we go. And we are using. I'm gonna do the cargo line intermodal one. And we're going to do that. So we're going to start at Queen's Park, I think. So it'll be Elephant and Castle to Harrow and Wealdstone, 22405, which is the 9 o'clock service. So we're going to So it's that one there. We're going to do that one. And then we'll just put it on custom. I'm going to put a little bit of cloud level in on this. And then we'll just get started. So this is something I've been thinking about over a few days. Well, about a week ago, I think I've been just like trying to figure out, how good will be in the stream. It's just basically because that's what train drivers do all day. How many times did you go from St Pancakes to wherever it was you're supposed to go, Bradley? In a day, did you do that trip? Did you do the out trip down to wherever it was, and then back from wherever it was to St Pancakes, and then St Pancakes back to wherever it was, and then ECS to wherever it was again? All right, I just need to write this in. Westcoast Mainline, South, and it's TTs. I'll put on there TTs several. Right. So unlock doors. Oh, you need to. Not in service. We are in service. We're going to Harrow. There you go. I thought I did unlock doors. Lock doors. What have I done to... Oh, hold on a minute. There we go. Have I broken it already? Come on. I know what I did. Well, I've definitely broken this one, haven't I? Well, that's a good start. Should we try that again? Doors are open. Put the selector in. Doors. Hallelujah Brigade is in there. Put them first. There we go. Right, so Kensal Green is next. To only part of the Bakerloo line you like to drive is the tunnel section, managing to stay on time somehow. Oh, awesome. I do really quite like driving the Bakerloo line, and the fact I actually drove it in one of the streams the other day, it got me thinking about this, and I was like, because I've not really done an out and back, and then obviously having to get off, and then doing a back or an out and back trip sort of thing. Because you got to also sort of try and remember to learn how to shut this down as well, which would be fun. Not. Oh. You've also got to put the there we go, Harrow and Woodstone. F7 and F8 work on the underground train. I was tensing up. I was expecting to do the old AWS bell, but you don't get it on here. I think Bradley does, if I remember rightly, own the new Armstrong Powerhouse 66 pack. Oh, okay. You're slipping, Bradley. What's going on, mate? I'm not really sure if I will be streaming any Train Sim classic stuff. I may do the odd journey on Train Sim Journey sort of thing, but not Train Sim streams for it. Wilson Junction is next. Ugh. See, that's a bit bad because that signal can be read across. So in theory, they should have the little line direction thing on it, so it can only be seen from that from that side and not from this side. I know they'll probably more than likely have it in their like driver's notes sort of thing. Whoops. I wonder if Jack enjoyed his German trip. You want to get it, but it's like £15 or something discounted, and extra £8 for the special deliveries. Get £2 that goes to the charity. Oh, that's cool. £66 going by. Okay, we're stopping here then. Damn you, train enthusiast person in me. You can actually get on. No, I got people getting on my train underground. Woo! Yeah, boy. Gonna have to make them walk for it though. Come on, last lot, you get on. Come on, get on or off. You had your chance. Let's crack on. Push on, Billy. I read somewhere the other day, it goes, why is there no guard mode on the underground's route? And I was like, because there's no guards on the underground? It's like, what a dumbass. Really hope JT step into doing some BR Southern Region at some point. I think they got their hands full for a bit for the West Coast Mainline. Why can't we have the LR route? Yeah, and that sort of questions, you see that all the time. I'm like, really? I've got realised today I've got two parcels coming from China. One via Royal Mail, and the other one the carrier's decided that it's going to come by 377 every, and I'm like, oh my god, every will either put it if it's the right every person, the person that usually delivers, she'll bring it up and pass it to you. Yeah. If it's the not every person that doesn't usually deliver, they'll leave it in one of 5 places outside the actual main building to get in because he can't be asked or doesn't understand how to operate a door entry system. Like, you press the numbers of the address that's on the parcel, and then you press call. Simple as that. Or someone will be there as he gets in through the door, and he'll just put the stuff in through the door where the post boxes are, and it will get left, and it will get nicked, and he'll turn around and say he's delivered it and give a photo. No, he hasn't. He's just left it on the side. Or it will it'll walk up to your floor, and it'll put it by the communal door, which goes into your passageway where your entrance to your flat is. And it'll get nicked, but he'll say he's delivered it because he'll show the picture of a door there. So, yeah. Oh, no, I've got stuff from every before, but, yeah. If it's not the correct person that does it, then you can expect it anywhere. And I will complain and say, look, you've got to start showing people or telling people they have to deliver it to the actual property entrance, not the communal entrance, because the communal entrance you get fucking nicked. And what I will do, I will claim it on my debit card saying that it wasn't delivered. Because delivery is not to the property entrance. The delivery is to your door. And your door is not the communal door for downstairs. And it's not the communal door for your landing hallway. It's your door where you live at your apartment. Your Smoky Joe's getting weather. Oh, weathered. Oh, okay. I was really having trouble deciphering that. Every driver's, I like just drop a bunch of parcels at someone's door and say it's delivered. It's not delivered. Every so named because every time they give you a delivery window, they change it again 3 hours later. Yeah, I've had that. I've had one of them where they've actually lost a parcel. And it went back to the depot and no one told anyone it had gone back to the depot. And then I had the original seller turn around and say to me, oh, the parcel that you were expecting has now been returned back to me, saying that no one answered the door. I said, well, no one even bothered to turn up. I said, I didn't even get a delivery window. So, yeah, I said, I doubt that. I said, they're lying their arse off then. And he went, no, that's fine. He said, I'll just claim it all back. Ooh, frame rate's a bit dodgy. You had in every parcel. Yeah, I swear some of them, they just can't read English. They think the closest, well, two roads away, that's good. That's as near enough as delivered. You know, you could probably throw it 2 roads away or something. I don't know. There are some every drivers that are really good. I mean, my normal one that usually does this, she's brilliant. She'll bring it to your door, everything. Oh, GBRF on that one, look. No, I don't either. It will probably finish about 11:30. I won't be on long tonight because I want to watch the Formula One race. It's had a busy day actually today. cleaned up, hoovered up, washed up, did some washing, and I also managed to get all the videos and footage off the 2 phones that I had, the GoPro and the Canon camera as well, and get them all in the right places. And did a couple of videos as well for shorts, which are making a little bit of money. Yay. Usually the streams will go on to about 11:30ish, or when the PlayStation crashes. If the PlayStation crashes any time after 9 o'clock or 9:30, then I won't be coming back on. Simple as. Oh. You had a RM Royal Mail track 24 go missing last year. Got a lovely photo of someone else's front door. Yeah, I swear that some of them, they cannot read English. They cannot understand English, let alone speak it. You know, people say, well, that's racist. That's the freaking truth. You know, I've literally had... On my orders, when I did Deliveroo, and I no longer do Deliveroo anymore, I don't do any of the fast food restaurants, Deliveroo, Uber, shit. I don't do just somebody say whatever. I don't do any of them. For the simple reason that 75% of the people that are delivering your meal, it's like they don't... Even though you put in the special instructions that come on their PDA, they don't read it. And 95% of the time, when they do get to you, it's cold as hell. And there's loads of shit missing. And I'm like, no, not interested. There's one that I had a bottle of drink and a can that I'd ordered as well. They weren't even in the order, and they said, "Oh well, you know, it's because I ordered some stuff for my mate. It was about a £35 order. There's about £15 of it missing." And they said, "Oh, we'll do it as credit." I said, "No. I said, you credit my debit card." They said, "Why?" I said, "Because I'm not using your company again." They said, "Oh, that may take time." I said, "No." I said, "You credit my debit card." He said, "We'll have to put a claim in." I said, "I don't care. You credit my debit card with it." I said, either that or I will tell my credit card company or my debit card company that I didn't receive it. Simple as, and I'll claim it back. They said, "Well, you'll be lying." I said, "I'm not." I said, "Because I didn't receive all my order." So I said, "So you got a choice. You got 2 days to refund it." And give them their due, they refunded it in 2 days. But I wasn't going to be told that, oh, it will take 10, 15 days. No, it won't. It will take 2 days to do it. Hope we get some FEAs and FLAs at some point in TSW, maybe with a unbranded Freightliner 66. Well, they do have the Freightliner license. Dovetail have the Freightliner license. Doesn't necessarily say that Skyhook or any of the other third parties have. So, yeah. Your Uber driver got your order and then decided to take another order and drive an hour away to deliver that order and then come to deliver yours. Yeah, they're not the brightest, some of them. I mean, when one of the guys phoned up, thought, "Where are you?" sort of thing, he was actually sat outside my place. He said, "I'm at the junction of Wimbledon Road and Tatton Road." He goes, "Where are you?" I said, "My house." I said, "Where are you?" He said, "I am at the junction." I said, "Right, okay, you're at the junction. Right, okay." So I'm usually by the door, so I stepped outside, had the landing light, the passage hallway light on. And I see a guy on a motorbike, and he's obviously got a phone talking to it. I said, "Are you in Tatton Road?" He goes, "No, I am in Wimbledon Road." I went, "No, you're not." I said, "You're in Tatton Road." He goes, "Why?" I said, because I'm actually walking out my garden gate and I am walking to you right now. No. I am in Wimborne Road. I said, you are in Tattenham Road. I said, I'm standing right beside you with your delivery bike. I said, you're on the phone. I said, here I am, here. He went, oh. He goes, but this is Wimborne Road. I went, no, that road going across there is Wimborne Road. This is Tattenham Road. No. I said, mate, I've lived there 40 odd years. This is Tattenham Road, yeah? Honestly. That is one reason why I gave up getting delivery delivered, and I don't eat anything just eats or anything. Yeah, no, nah, you're all right, mate. What good have you got in any hope in hell of getting your meal delivered on time and still warm if they can't read or understand English? The way that these companies that offer that service operate, literally, oh well, we'll put it on credit on your account, and they never do. So yeah. Some reason your friend got the emergency alert saying about it. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry, forget it. Everyone who had opted in for it got an emergency alert about 3 o'clock this afternoon. It was just a government test, don't worry. There was no tornado warning. So he's bullshitting. There could have been a tornado warning, but as far as I'm aware, it was a national test of the emergency thingy. The dinghies are coming, yeah. It was a national alert, so your friend doesn't need to feel special by saying, oh, I got an alert on my phone saying something was happening. No, everyone got it. Do you know what I did? I just, as soon as it came on my phone, I just turned it off. Didn't even bother looking at the bit of faff that came for it. Because you know, at the end of the day, and I put this in my in the Discord post that I made. Oh, sorry. You know that if that had gone off, and whether it be the end of the world's about to go pop, or the Russians are invading, or meteorite's going to hit the Earth, you're always going to get Shaz on the Facebook local page asking if the school's going to be open for Toby in the morning, or if there's any place where she can get her eyebrows done like Ming the Merciless. All the time. Whether it's going to be the end of the world or not. Yeah, I tend not to believe everything like that, to be honest. Having said that, though, it must cost them not in SMS. Yeah, will the little Tesco's be open tomorrow? I have an appointment. Will Gerard or will Mercedes School be open tomorrow? Because I got an appointment with the taxidermist or something. You know what I mean? Cheers, babes. Yeah, that's it. You know exactly what I'm talking about. This is the same Shaz that you'll never see cycling down in the lovely BC, the lovely council provided bike lane that no one uses because they all use their cars. That the council is trying to get out of cars to get onto the thing, putting her 5-year-old daughter Shanice on the back of her bike with her fat ass literally sat in Shanice's face with her little cycling helmet on in the peeing rain in the middle of winter. You will not see her do that. Cheers, babes. Oh, dear. Oh, Does anyone know when it's bin day? Yeah, because I know where you live. No. Is there anyone that can take some cardboard boxes away? I just can't do it. I can't fit them in my bin. Here's an idea. Get a knife, cut them into small bits, put them in your bin. Cheers, babes. I just look at some of these posts, I'm thinking, oh my fucking God, really? I had to come off, because, oh my God, they are so thick. Fat bottom girls, you make the rocking world go round. What the? Dumbass. The weird thing is, Harrow and Woolstone was known in real life as a place where people would end up jumping in front of trains. So it's not the appropriate place to do that. It's having a stroll, a lunch stroll. Instead of ended up in the gravel, he's ended up in the tracks, yeah. In real life, that would not be there. That gate would be lower or the signal would be higher because you can't see the shunt signal. So we will be continuing on this journey. Right, we go off. So, yeah, we don't need to. There we go, we've got the shunt signal. That's good. Down a long stroll. Right, so now we've got to wait a few minutes and we're going to do the service back. Then we're going to get off and do at Queen's Park, find ourselves another Victor train and do exactly the same thing, going up here and then going back. You know, half of the people were still there. They haven't got off. Carl's back. Yo, hi, I'm back. How you doing? Once the stream. Hope you are well, sir. So I've got to remember to shut all this off, which is quite funny. Right, okay. So we've got 6,186. So we're going to continue, return to free roam. So we have to turn the headlights off. No. Take that out. Key out. Dead man's handle should be on. That has to be off. Right. So in theory, that's correct. No, because the brakes are fucking on, you twat. Oh, run down the other end, Tony, before you get a... Before we spad. You know we're going to spad, don't you? Hope the door's shut on the way back. Leave the bloody windows alone, you donut. So it's got to be shut down. So we've got time. Let me go back. Don't make me trip over those feet. No, I don't care if I leave the other doors open, but I'm not going to get done for that. I do the middle doors as well. Where are we going? Queen's Park, isn't it? F7, F8. Ooh. There we go. That'll do me. Queen's Park. And we shall control key in. We'll do the override. We'll open the window. And there we go. On your layout, do you have a level crossing? I don't know. It won't be having a level crossing on there because it's going to be basically a depot. So yeah, in theory, some depots do have crossings, but that will come at a later. It'd be like a little walkway. Ooh, Pendo. I've got to investigate what sort of paint I can have because it's on the Discord page today on just what I put up. You do, but it's been abandoned. Oh, that's cool. I bought when I went to Loughborough in the Emporium in the station. This is the Great Central Railway Loughborough, not the EMR Loughborough. And I did manage to see Ratcliffe Power Station as well, and East Midlands station. Oh, sorry about your ears. I bought some track, 2 packs, 14 bits of track in one pack and 10 bits of track in the other. £5 for each pack, £10, right? So it's obviously it's track that's second hand. It's come in off layouts and everything. One of the bits of track is from it's R480 or R400, something like that, which is basically a chunky Triang, the original Triang track from a Triang train set. I know because I had one, and I had that type track. It's the sort of track that when you actually found a gap in the track, you had the train running around a circle or whatever it was, and you went to push the tracks together, you got a nice little shock going through your fingers. Yeah, had that plenty of time. But yeah, basically the second track with the 14 bits of track in it, it had 2 Pico points in it, a left hand and a right hand point, and on each point underneath it had £3.50 price tag. So I just think that's been bought and it's just been all bagged up and put in a pack somewhere. But if you look at how much I paid, a tenner for those bits, that bit of track second hand, how much are points worth these days? Prices we know about 20 odd quid, 22 quid, something like that. So yeah, they're not cheap. Cheap. Hopefully this is the lights on. No, we've got to turn the lights on. Okay. Let there be light. Seems that they've all buggered off on my train as well. Put them on. Headlights on. So if the headlights are on, just check at the back. Look at that. Yeah, they're about 20 odd quid. So, yeah. Right, so we can now go. Desiro in the platform. There's also a couple of bits of Lima track. And it's mostly a lot of straight stuff. But I was really surprised. I knew there was one point in there, but I didn't know there was two. So those points will come in handy. But there's a lot of Hornby R600 and R601 track in there. I'll just give it a bit of a clean up and everything, sand it down. And some of the stuff that really I don't want, it will be cut up like in little sections. And like there'll be like rails. I don't think I'll put them in the 4-foot. Because I think I'm just asking for problems if that happens. Does anyone get on? Damn it! Oh, we're not going to Queen's Park, are we? We're going to Elephant and Thingy. Elephant Castle. There you go. So the other thing I'm looking at now, because I want to sort of, I've got my little load bank test thing, and before I cut it off from, it's all 3D printed, so I got it from West Hill Wagon Works. So before I cut it all off from the sprues and everything. What I'm thinking of doing is actually painting it while I've got places on it to hold. But I need to try and figure out what colour they usually come in. And I was like thinking probably grey with black doors or a red door sort of thing and sort of stuff. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So in effect, we're going to do, we may not, if it's half up there, we'll probably end up doing this run actually, and then that'll be it. Because it's what, nearly 11:30? Yeah, 23:13. It's a 24-minute run. So this will be the last run. I mean, I don't mind buying second-hand stuff. It's the stuff like rolling stock and that. If it's in decent quality, decent condition, then yeah. If it's like mucky and dirty, I don't mean via weathering, then I won't bother. But I have seen a couple of nice wagons about, which were going for sale, which were on Great Eastern Models Facebook page. Some really nice sort of Plasmor type OBA, OCA wagons. Have you ever been red bagged by GE models? No, they're they're in Norfolk, aren't they? Norwich area. I've never been there. I've ordered stuff from them. So yeah, but I've never got a red bag from them. You know when you spend a lot in GE models. I quite like them, actually. I've spoken to them, and yeah, they're really cool. I actually voted for them in the Hornby Model Railway Awards. So I voted for, and I really should have voted for Farkham, but I didn't, although I know she has been nominated. I voted for New Junction for the best model railway, YouTube model railway. And I voted for Great Eastern Models for the Model Shop of the Year sort of thing. And I believe it was West Hill Wagon Works I went for like the 3D artisty sort of thing. Oh, Pinky. I always enter their competitions. I never win, but not GMs, but Hornby magazines. Been bagged. I'm just glad you didn't say teabagged. Oh dear. Ow. Oh, that hurts. Lock doors. So I'll have a bit of a late night tonight by watching the Grand Prix. I'm hopefully trying not to get up early tomorrow. Although I've got a lot of photos to get on. Photos will go up first, I think, then I'll work on the video. But then I've got... because I've done the main video for May of the stuff at Pool, but I've also got a little Eastleigh trip to do as well. So that will go as members only first, and then that will be released a day after. For normal subscribers. Yeah, I'll be finished. This will be the last one today. So no stream Monday. There could be a stream on Tuesday. No, it'll be Wednesday afternoon. I'm 95% certain there'll be a stream Wednesday afternoon. Obviously, if there isn't, which I'm 5% kind of hoping I get to hear something, then yeah, there won't be a stream. So I may do 2 streams on Thursday. Probably highly unlikely, but yeah. I just want to go back because I saw something up here. Oh, it was that. Okay. because Dovetail are previewing I think it's the Leipzig route, then on Wednesday evening, I will be streaming on Wednesday afternoon from about 2 p.m. And it should be construction sim, so there won't be that many people turning up for that. Wembley Central is next. I was supposed on Friday set some time aside on Friday and have a little bit of a sort bits out on the old model railway, but yeah, it wasn't going to happen. I might see if I can be able to get a bit of a go on it this week at some point. As long as I can get the track down at some point, I can then start figuring out what I want, where, and need to do. I'll just freewheel it down there. By the time we get to the bottom, we should be on about 40 or 41 miles an hour. And then we got enough momentum to get us up the hill. Stonebridge Park is next. I swear there's going to be tankers here. There was. There's still people moaning about the station announcements, saying that they should have used the proper people. I just put down on there, licensing, mate. puts the price up. You'll be moaning because it's a cash grab. No, it's not. They do it all the time at Harrow and Wallstone in the game. They're walking on the main line when you go through. I always think that building there is train coaches. Actually, what I may do is we'll get off at Queen's Park and we'll get the next service to Euston, if we can. Yeah, there's not much you can do about it, really. It's just the passenger logic, which is shit. Bit like NPCs anyway in real life. There's someone that I worked with at Wilco's referred to the people, the customers, as NPCs, because they're thick as. So that's the freight liner that comes off from Acton, but I don't think in here they get any freight running over it. I've not seen any. If you are lucky, you will see trains coming off the North London line on that track. It's actually the tractors coming off round to the left there, not that one. So basically, they'll be coming off that section. That's the North London line there. So you'll see them be coming down through there. It's pretty cool, actually. Kensal Green is next. So my mate has a Series X, a Series S, and on a certain service, when he got to Kings Norton on the Birmingham Cross City route with the 170 cross country, he would always crash. And through a process of elimination, which was on your level crossing, one of the lights was glitching out. Yeah, it happens. So through a process of elimination, which was at first, try it as it is in journey mode. Let me know what happens. Does it crash? Yes. Okay, right. Try it in journey mode. Does it crash? Yes. Okay. Are you in 4K 1080p? 1080p. It still crashes. Right. No good trying to tell them to do it in 4K because it will just go, see you later, and probably end up imploding. So I thought, right, what about, do you have dynamic weather on? He goes, yes. I said, turn it off. I said, just use cloudy if it's really, really cloudy, or just use mostly sunny. I said, because unless you want it peeing down with rain, I said, it's just not worth it, to be honest. So he did that, tried it, it crashed. I went, oh, for God's sake, what else could it be? And I thought, I said to him, I said, do you have any Creator Club liveries? And he goes, yeah, 323. I said, right, is it a third-party DLC third-party livery, or is it Creators Club? He said, oh, it's one I downloaded off Creators Club. I said, right, delete it, get rid of it, and see if it works. And it works, from what I've read. So, yeah. I mean, I did say that the Series S... Hello, Ashley, if you're watching, by the way. I did say that the Series S kind of only has 10 gigabyte of onboard memory, so it is a lovely console, but it's, yeah. Faulty wiring. Oh, crap. Crap. So you've got two greens and a red. And a 15-mile-an-hour limit. There's one green, there's the other green, and the other green that just went green from red. We're still going. Not over to the fat lady sings, and she ain't even started to get up yet. No, I'm not going to wait 6 minutes. Good afternoon, East Killer. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. And there we go. That is it. That is going to be it for tonight, guys. Thank you all for popping in. Big thank you for JL Train Sim for becoming a member. Absolutely sparkling. Brilliant is all I can say on that. Big thank you. Really appreciated. It helps me out. And I'm just going to leave that there so you can have a look at that. And yeah, guys. No stream tomorrow, but there will be a stream on Wednesday afternoon. So there could be a video tomorrow or on Tuesday, but we'll see. Depending how much and what I get done for tomorrow anyway. But yeah, guys, thank you all very much. Take it easy and have fun. Have a good rest of your weekend, and I will speak to you in the week. I'll be on Discord still over the next few days anyway. But yeah, guys, thank you all very much, and I shall see you in the next one. Take it easy and goodbye. See you.